Hi guys, it's Anne. Welcome back to another video. Today I am gonna walk you through my April setup in my bullet journal, but before we get into that, let's just do a quick flip through of March so far so you can see how it looks all filled out. I would also like to apologize for this video being a couple of days late. I've been struggling a lot with my health for a few weeks, and I just feel like I need to listen to what my body is telling me and slow down a little bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this little disclaimer up for this Saturday as well. There probably won't be a video this Saturday. However, next week we'll definitely be back on track. And if I feel well enough, I'll post a video this Saturday as well. But just so you know, if there is no video, this is why. And going into my April setup, I've redone this theme so many times by now. I started out with a daffodil theme, then I did a tulip theme, then I went over and just did mixed flower theme, and for some reason I just could not get it to like become one cohesive theme. And in the end, after I went through all of the flower themes, I figured that maybe just do something a little more unconventional. And I figured it's spring, what can you do for spring? And then I'm like, well, you're out and you work in the garden, and then you wear Wellingtons, and then I'm like, okay, but I want to do something like yellow, so yellow Wellingtons, and I'm like, that's like yellow rubber, so like a rubber ducky. So after that very long and weird train of thought, here I am with a rubber ducky theme. And something that's really cool about this theme and this setup is that you do not need any fancy supplies at all. I am using 2 different sizes of fineliners. I am using 2 highlighters and just 1 orange fineliner. And that is literally everything used to create this. So that's actually really cool, I think, at least. For my monthly setup, I am sticking to my boxed calendar style. However, I've added in a few little elements that I usually don't do on this spread. So what I did was I just added in the extra kind of box at the side where I had the extra space. And I added in 1 box for goals, 1 for tasks, and at the bottom I have my waiting on list as well. Up next I have my monthly trackers, and I've changed this layout up a bit as well. So I decided to do 3 different rectangles. So I have 1 section for my daily habits, I have a section for my mood, I have a section for my social media kind of habit tracking, and then I have 30 rows, if that makes any sense. So I have 30 days worth. And I also decided to highlight every other day because I could not find like a fancy way to incorporate the numbers of the days in here. I guess I could kind of put them in between the boxes, but I think that's gonna be cluttered. So I just decided to highlight every other day and then hopefully just fill this in every day so I don't have to guess what day I'm on. On the right hand page, I am just adding in a really simple brain dump page where I can kind of just spawn all of the things that would normally be on my videos and content page for the month, along with some other notes. Up next is my sleep tracker, and it's the very same system as I always use, except for some teeny tiny minor changes. So I am adding in all of my bubbles, a little ducky and some stars. And to kind of section everything off, I am highlighting all of these Sundays so I can see what day I'm at a little bit easier. To highlight all the bubbles, I am just kind of flipping the chisel tip so that I'm using the pointy end, and I'm just roughly outlining the bubbles to give them that kind of subtle pop of color. And I am so in love with this theme. I have no idea why this speaks to me so much, but I just love the theme and the bubbles and the colors. And I think that even though rubber duckies have nothing to do with spring, I think this is a very spring related theme. Here we have my a few lines a day page. This used to be 1 line a day, then it used to be 2 lines a day, and now it's a few lines a day. And I just decided not to number anything out in advance, and I'll just add in the numbers kind of as I go, and I'll write as much or as little as I feel like I need to that particular day. Last but not least, I have my expense tracker and my budget envelope system, and these are all the very same way as they've always been. If you want more information as of how I use these, I will post a link in the description box to my economy and finance ideas, where I walk you through step by step how I set it up and how I use it. And for some reason, the budget envelope system part did not get caught on tape. But you've seen me do this a million times before. Maybe not a million, but almost. You've seen me do this before. And at least you can see the finished result. For the expense tracker, I am just adding in all of my icons. And as you can see, I start my month on the 25th because that's the date I get paid every month. So that's kind of what I need to make last for the month. And that is actually it for today, guys. Here is a final flip through. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button, and if you have not done so already, please do subscribe. I post new videos every Saturday. Thank you for watching, and happy planning.